I'm not surprised. Phaedra been doing this bullshit for a very long time. Phaedra did this exact same thing to me, as we've already discussed before. Years ago on the show, when she first came on, she brought on my half-biological sister on the show and filmed with her the same way she did with Kandi when she brought that Johnny guy on. She did the same thing to me, tried to take me down, and it didn't work because we ended up getting it before it even hit the air. So Phaedra's been doing stuff like this. She just got caught with these girls.
So Nene Leakes, the OG of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, has officially reignited her beef with Kandi Burruss and Kenya Moore. Nene is spilling tea about the lies told by her former co-stars. For those who've been keeping up with the Real Housewives of Atlanta, you'll know Nene and Kandi have been at odds for years, with their feud stretching from on-screen tension to behind-the-scenes drama. Recently, Nene took to social media in interviews to call out Kandi, accusing her of playing dirty when it comes to maintaining her popularity within the franchise. Nene alleges that Kandi uses her connections to stay in the good books of Bravo while sidelining others. She also claimed that Kenya Moore has been complicit in backing up Kandi's version of events, making the pair a tag team when it comes to shutting Nene out. This isn't the first time Nene has hinted at favoritism. Longtime viewers might remember her grievances about feeling excluded from the network's special projects, despite being one of the show's most iconic stars. And with Kandi's massive following and business ventures constantly spotlighted, Nene's recent comments suggest she feels the cards were stacked against her all along. The internet is on fire, with fans on both sides jumping in. Some people are praising Nene for being bold enough to speak out, while others think she's just stirring the pot for attention. But here's the real question. Are these lies Nene's way of exposing unfair treatment, or is this just another chapter in the Housewives' never-ending saga of drama? Before we get into what Nene said, let's rewind for a second. How did we even get here?
Nene, you called out Kandi and Mama Joyce in your blog about the Bailey Bowl. You said, Kandi, you have never seen me walk away from a fight, and you've never seen me physically fight.
Right on.
My son was at this event, and as much as I would like to be Mama Joyce and take my shoe off and hit somebody or drag someone down the street, I would never stoop so low to the gutter with my son around.
100% correct.
That
my
pissed me
son
off. Because you didn't have to address my mom in your blog.
Well, I did.
That's first off, and you shouldn't have.
Well, I did.
Because you don't want people to address your family. And I just feel like any time that you always say, I never address your family on anything. I never address your family or anything.
But you can't.
Well, I am saying what I want to say because I don't address your family. You wouldn't appreciate it. And that's one of the instances of what I be trying to tell you about. You do stuff that you don't like for people to do to you. Now, you can say whatever you want to me. I really don't care. But you shouldn't have addressed my mom.
The tension between Nene Leakes, Kandi Burruss, and Kenya Moore is far from new, and anyone who's followed the Real Housewives of Atlanta knows this feud has been simmering for years. It all started during Nene's time, from snarky on-screen exchanges to allegations of favoritism off-screen. Their dynamic has always been rocky. Kandi, known for her calm but calculated comebacks, has stood her ground against Nene's massive personality. One of their most famous arguments was during season 12, when Nene accused Kandi of being a fake friend who only played nice to stay relevant. The rift increased when Nene claimed Kandi was using her Bravo connections to influence producers and grab more screen time. Kenya, on the other hand, entered the mix later, aligning herself with Kandi. Kenya's shade-throwing and sharp comebacks have made her a natural rival to Nene, who often saw her as an opportunist aiming to climb the Real Housewives of Atlanta ranks. Recent events have reignited this feud. After leaving the show, Nene has said that Kandi and Kenya contributed to her feeling ostracized by the network. Now she's doubling down on these claims, bringing past tensions back to the forefront and accusing them of deception.
Kandi's overrated and overpaid.
I do.
Tell me why.
I just don't think that, me and Kandi, just so for the record, so that everybody can know, I just always want to speak very freely and very honest. Kandi and I have severed any issues that we had, which I don't think that, I never ever understood why she has so much animosity towards me. and some of these other girls who are ripping her apart, like she's back friends with Portia. Now, and I love Portia, but I would not be friends with Portia if I was Kandi. According to what Portia and Phaedra did to her, then she should probably never be friends with her again. But she's found a way to bridge the gap, and now they're talking.
Now, Nene alleges that Kandi and Kenya have been lying about their role in her departure from the show. Specifically, Nene has accused Kandi of manipulating behind the scenes, suggesting that Kandi actively lobbied for more power within the RHOA franchise, allegedly at Nene's expense. According to Nene, Kandi has been controlling the storyline with the help of producers, painting herself as the fan favorite while sidelining others. She also claims that Kandi's public persona as the unproblematic boss babe doesn't match what happens behind closed doors. As for Kenya, Nene argues that she's been complicit in supporting Kandi's version of events and reinforcing a false story that casts Nene in a negative light. In an interview, Nene didn't hold back, saying, "The lies these girls tell to stay relevant are unreal. They'll do anything for attention, but the truth always comes out." She also accused them of hypocrisy, pointing to moments where Kandi and Kenya have called out others for being messy, while allegedly stirring up drama themselves. One of the most talked about moments was Nene's claim that Kandi's position on the show has been protected by her strong relationships with network executives. "They play favorites and everyone knows it," Nene said. This statement sent shockwaves through the fandom, with many fans questioning the integrity of Bravo's casting decisions. Of course, Kandi wasn't about to stay quiet. In response to Nene's comments, Kandi hasn't launched into a full-on clapback, but has addressed the situation. During a recent interview, she dismissed the allegations, saying, "I don't have time for this. People will say anything when they're looking for attention." Kandi also revealed her focus on her businesses and projects, while suggesting that she's unbothered by Nene's comments. However, her fans have come to her defense, calling out Nene for allegedly trying to create drama for relevance. Kandi has also made it clear in the past that she values hard work and believes her success speaks for itself. Kenya, on the other hand, hasn't directly addressed Nene's latest accusations, but has posted a few messages on social media. In one post, she shared a picture of herself with the caption, "Winning looks good on me." Fans quickly took this as shade toward Nene, interpreting it as Kenya's way of staying above the drama while still making her stance known. While Kandi's response has been low-key, it's clear that she's not backing down from her position. Instead, she's letting her actions and her continued success do the talking. Meanwhile, fans are watching to see if this feud will escalate or if both sides will eventually let the drama rest. And you already know, Kenya Moore always has something to say when it comes to Nene.
I talked to Nene recently.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I talked to her on and off. Listen, I wish her all the best. I really do.
Yeah.
I think that sometimes, you hit patches and rolls and your life can derail, but I think everybody deserves a second chance.
So let's just go ahead and give her her flowers, honey. She been looking great online lately.
Yes. I think Nene looks great. I just need Nene to just back off of the filters and stuff. You know what I mean? Because
y'all be doing the filters.
No, not like that. She dresses crazy. Like her wardrobe just looks so good on her body. She doesn't need the filters. I just think she needs to back off of that and she's fine. But I love me some Nene and I think that she deserves definitely a second chance at a new career.
Kenya Moore has never shied away from drama. And when it comes to Nene Leakes, she seems to thrive on adding fuel to the fire. Over the years, Kenya and Nene have exchanged some of the harshest insults in Real Housewives of Atlanta history. From name-calling to accusations of jealousy, their rivalry has been a consistent storyline for fans. And true to form, Kenya is staying silent in the wake of Nene's latest allegations. While Kenya hasn't responded directly to Nene's claims in a full-on interview, she's been dropping hints that suggest her feelings are crystal clear. On social media, she recently posted a selfie with the caption, "The truth always wins," which many fans interpreted as a response to Nene's accusations. In another post, she shared a clip from a past episode of RHOA where she famously said, "Don't come for me unless I send for you." This kind of shade is Kenya's trademark, never naming names but leaving just enough breadcrumbs for fans to connect the dots. Kenya's history with Nene only adds to the tension. The two clashed during Kenya's earlier seasons on the show, with Nene often dismissing Kenya as irrelevant or thirsty. Kenya, in turn, has accused Nene of being insecure and bitter about losing her spot as the show's queen bee. Their famous argument during season 12's cast trip to Greece, where Nene threw popcorn at Kenya, remains one of the franchise's most memorable fights. Fast forward to today, and Kenya's jab suggests she's still not ready to make peace. Meanwhile, the internet is buzzing with opinions and heated debates about the latest chapter in the Nene, Kandi, and Kenya saga. Fans on Twitter and Instagram have split into camps, with some rallying behind Nene and others defending Kandi and Kenya. Those siding with Nene argue that she's speaking her truth and exposing the favoritism within the RHOA franchise. Nene has been saying this for years. Why is it so hard to believe her now? One fan tweeted, sparking a thread of supportive replies. Others praise Nene's boldness, calling her the realest housewife for not being afraid to confront Kandi and Kenya. On the other side, Kandi's fans are clapping back, accusing Nene of being bitter and unable to move on from the show. Kandi stays booked and busy while Nene keeps recycling the same tired drama, one Instagram user commented, gaining hundreds of likes. Kandi's fans, too, have been vocal, with many sharing clips of her best shade-throwing moments and celebrating her ability to stay unbothered.
Well, Kandi and Kenya speak on Nene Leakes now. Kandi and Kenya, they are original cast members on The Real Housewives of Atlanta, and Kandi has a show, and Kenya went on the show and they started talking about Nene Leakes. Well, they were originally talking about their relationship with the other cast members from the Real Housewives of Atlanta franchise, but Nene came up.
But here's winning. In the world of reality TV, the drama doesn't stay confined to the screen. Platforms like Instagram, Twitter, and even TikTok have become extensions of the storylines, giving fans a front row seat to every feud, clapback, and shady comment. For Nene, Kandi, and Kenya, these platforms aren't just tools for communication. They're weapons in their ongoing battle for public perception. Nene's fiery interviews and Instagram posts have reignited conversations about her time on the show, keeping her relevant even after her departure. Meanwhile, Kandi and Kenya use their platforms to defend themselves and subtly throw shade, all while maintaining their images as savvy businesswomen and fan favorites. So what's the next chapter in this saga? Are we in for a reunion showdown or more cryptic tweets? When it comes to Nene, Kandi, and Kenya, the possibilities are endless and this feud is far from over. Let's start with Nene. Many fans are speculating that this could be her strategy to lay the groundwork for a comeback. Whether it's a guest appearance on Real Housewives of Atlanta or a whole new project, Nene's ability to stay in the spotlight hints at bigger moves ahead. She's already been dropping hints about wanting to share her side in more detail, possibly through a tell-all interview or even a podcast. With the buzz this drama is generating, Bravo might even consider bringing her back for a reunion special. Because let's face it, the ratings would be through the roof. As for Kandi, her focus seems to remain on her empire. She's built a brand that goes far beyond reality TV, from her businesses to her music career. But this feud could still impact her RHOA storyline. If the drama heats up even more, it might push Kandi to address Nene's claims head-on, which could either solidify her position as the calm, collected voice of reason, or pull her deeper into the chaos. Either way, Kandi knows how to turn any situation into an opportunity, and she's unlikely to let this drama derail her success. Then there's Kenya. Fans are already saying that she'll continue to shade Nene subtly, keeping the feud alive without fully engaging. Kenya's history of using her feuds to cement her role as one of the franchise's most talked about stars suggests she's not letting this drama fade anytime soon. If the producers decide to lean into this storyline, Kenya could take it to the next level, either through confrontations on camera or a series of interviews and social media posts. But what do you guys think? Is Nene spilling the truth? Or is this just another chapter in RHOA chaos? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned because with this crew, the tea is always piping hot.